You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hi, welcome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It's so nice to have you here with us. You're watching Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn presents A Better You. Lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. I'm your host, executive producer, director, and broadcast engineer. And this show is all about learning, knowledge, education. I have handpicked with these hands experts from around the world, people who are the best at the top of their career and their profession. And they come on and volunteer their services to give us an incredible opportunity to become better personally and professionally. Let's meet our presenter for today. Joining us from New Zealand, she knows I love to say that, it's Mariska Du Preez. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Jacalyn. Wonderful. And I know you love to say New Zealand.
I do. And you were talking to me backstage that you're going to introduce me to someone else from there, right?
Yes, I am. I'm very excited to do that. So we might have another person from New Zealand on one of your shows shortly.
Fantastic. I love how everything keeps building and building. We had a show earlier today, Better You. We had 3 presenters on. It was such a great show because they loved each other and what they were presenting. And so now they're going to have collaborations, hopefully. They're definitely excited. Wow. They had symmetries. And I think it's just wonderful. So thank you for being part of this. And for people who don't know, you were very instrumental in helping me leave corporate America. We met in a life coaching certification program, and we worked together for about 9 months. You coached me and helped me come up with plans of how I could leave the corporate world and the big paycheck and all the benefits and find my passion. And so I will always be grateful to you for that. Thank you so much.
I feel humble that I am able to go on this journey with you and that I'm still on this journey with you. I really appreciate that you are taking me along on it. And just seeing everything that you've accomplished since we started talking all the way to now, and for everything that's coming up is just so exciting. Can't wait.
Well, I do want to thank you and our team members who've been with me since the beginning, because who knew what was going to be or where it was going to go. And so we have a plan of where we're going, and exciting things are coming up in the next few months. So thank you again for taking this journey.
See, and that's the thing with Jacalyn. She blazes a trail. I don't know. You need to put that in somewhere, but you do. You blaze a trail and you just keep going. You are an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So are you. I am an Aries, and Aries is the ram. So I kind of push forward. So anyway, you are here to present today, which I'm very excited about. And before you do that, I would love to just spotlight you and have you share a little bit about your work as an optimist and as a certified coach and what you're going to present on today.
Okay, so for those of you guys that do not know me, my name is Mariska Du Preez, and I am, as Dr. Jacalyn noted, a optimist, always, and a coach. So I coach people that transition from a specialist field into a leadership type of role. We might become managers by title, but all of us do not necessarily become leaders. So I help with that transition. For today, we will be working through our mindset and well-being, just learning a little bit more about how mindset and well-being relates to one another and how that might look and show up in our life and some of the benefits. So really excited to share that with you guys.
Fantastic. Sounds like a wonderful lesson that we can all benefit from. But before we get started, I want to play a video clip that I think is perfect. I've been playing this since late yesterday. This is really inspirational. And who doesn't want to be inspired by music and some beautiful images? We are going to watch a music video that is by two sisters from Cardiff, and they are the debutantes. So it's Victoria and Lavinia. And I'm going to take us backstage so that the screen can be filled with their music video, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
La, 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 la.
Yes, that's going to stick in my head for the rest of the day, I'm sure. And they look like they have so much fun. So I'll have to go and walk in a nice park so I can have the tune going, which is going to be going in any case, and have the surroundings.
So beautiful. That's the debutantes. You can find them on Instagram and do follow them. That's Victoria and Lavinia, the debutantes. And the song is called Paradise. So beautiful. So speaking of paradise, how are you? Are you ready to go?
I am. I will hopefully, throughout the session, show you how to create your own paradise. You never know.
Fabulous. I love that. What a great lead in. All right. Do you want the timer today?
Yeah, we can use the timer.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to bring up your presentation. And I'm going to leave and put up the timer. Have a great presentation, my friend.
Thank you. Okay. So, welcome to our next inset of the Mindset series. And we are discussing mindset and well-being in this specific one. So, if I can get my slides to work. Oh, there you go. The things that we will be looking at within the next 15 minutes or so is what determines our well-being, what are 5 factors that we can sort of utilize to increase and help us be more well, and the benefits of well-being. So well-being has been researched quite a bit, and for those of you that know the work of Seligman, Dr. Seligman has actually created the field called positive psychology. And well-being was one of the things that he looked at. And he came up with the acronym PERMA. And this is what we will be working through today, to just have a look at what our well-being consists of. So PERMA, to start off with, we have the P, that is positive emotion. So positive emotion, you might think, oh, well, I don't always feel positive. That is all good. The way that we look at positive emotion is we look at it from the past, the present, and the future. So when you think about positive emotion relating to the past, even if maybe the situation or circumstance was not necessarily a positive one, for instance, it might be that you went through a period where you maybe lost your job, or there was a challenging situation within your life. That situation brought some learning. If we think about the situation that happened, or the challenge that we had to go through, there was something we learned, right? There is at least 10% of that situation, there's something positive about it. So thinking about that, if maybe it was an argument with a significant other or a work colleague, there was something that came out of that too. So the positive emotion that we create from that past experience would be being grateful for the lesson we learned, even though it might have been a hard lesson to learn, or forgiving whatever happened within the situation or with the other person. So that's a way of creating a positive emotion from the past. In our present, savoring things like physical sensations. So when you think about eating an ice cream, right? Really experience eating the ice cream. Experience the taste of the ice cream, the temperature of the ice cream, the texture of the ice cream in your mouth, when you lick it, really experience it. When we do that, the emotions that it elicits is positive, and it creates a positive experience for us in that very moment. So mindfulness, as you thought about doing this with the ice cream, this might be anything. It might be a cup of coffee. It might be a bowl of soup. It might be a jog that you go on. This can be literally anything that you are busy with throughout your day. Being mindful in the process and really experiencing it will help us feel positive about whatever it is that we're busy with. Then future, it is about thinking how we will incorporate things into our future, being hopeful and being optimistic. Now, when I say optimistic, this does not mean that we do not see risks or we look away from any challenges that we might face. It is finding those things that is the little silver lining around the dark cloud. So there is hope, and there is an optimistic outcome, even if it means that it is a learning from whatever it is that is happening. 2020 really tried very hard to show us how to do this. Some of us did learn. Some of us are still learning. So do not worry, nobody failed. That is not what happened. You're just still in the learning process, and that is all good too. So that is positive emotions. Then the next one, the E in PERMA, is for engagement. Now, what we mean by engagement is the state of flow. Now, the way that we get into a state of flow is normally something that we do that we already have sufficient skill for. There is a challenge to what we're doing. So it's not something that's really easy to do. There is some form of challenge to what we're doing. And we are able to utilize our strengths and really pay attention to the thing that we're doing. And this different factors builds that environment of flow. So when you think about looking at somebody that practices a piece of music, so they are skilled at playing the instrument, the piece of music might be a new piece of music that they are trying to master. So there is challenge to do that. They have a strength, a love of music, and they really pay attention to playing that piece of music with as much passion and enthusiasm as it deserves. So that would place the person in a state of flow. And you can really, really hear the difference between a person playing a piece of music when they're in a state of flow versus a person that does not. And this goes for literally anything we do. If you're creating a piece of art, if you're writing a book, if you are cooking and making food for your family, if you are working and just going about doing your work for the day, you can be in a state of flow, right? This is having those elements, and it is a little bit of our mindset too, the way we think about it. So that is engagement. Then the next one in PERMA is the R, which is relationships. Very, very important thing in our life. We are a social species, so we thrive on relationships. There is a really cool study that Harvard has been conducting now for years. Now, normally studies can take some time. There is not a lot of them that go over decades. Now, this specific study has been going for about 80 years. I think there is something like 15 participants left, because as time goes on, people pass away. And one of the things they found in this study is that our relationships determine our health and well-being. So the quality of the relationships that we cultivate within our life makes a huge difference on the well-being we experience throughout our life, as well as the health that we will experience throughout our life. And this doesn't mean that you have to have 1,000 friends. Not very practical. It does mean that you have to have really good quality relationships. You might have 1 or 2 people that you are really, really close to and you can share anything and everything with, right? So that is what the relationships is about. Cultivating those relationships and growing within them while you are also assisting the other person to grow within themselves. So that's relationships. Then the next one on PERMA is the M, and this is for meaning. Now, when we think about meaning, we can get this from a variety of different places. We might have our own internal vision of the future. This might be something grand, for instance, the one that Elon Musk have about actually going to a different planet and making that sustainable for human life. Or it might be something smaller. It doesn't matter about the size of the vision. It is our vision. So it might be our own vision, or it might be somebody else's vision. So if you think, oh, but I don't have my own vision, do not despair. There is a cause or a vision that somebody else have, something that they want to work towards that you can get behind, right? So it doesn't necessarily need to be your own. This has been shown throughout history. If you think about things like religion, politics, anything that gathers people around and move them in the same direction, that is a vision being lived, right? So that creates meaning. And as I said, it can be something big or something small, doesn't really matter. Then the next one in PERMA is, of course, the last one, which is accomplishment. Now, in accomplishment, this again is depending on our internal, what we see as an accomplishment. So for some people, this might be accomplishing a academic thing of some sort. It might be a 5-kilometer run. It might be scaling a mountain. It might be writing a book. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you feel that you have accomplished something, right? It might be just reading through a book, not even writing a book. Then, now that we know what it is, the benefits of well-being is we perform better at work, we actually enjoy life more, we have fewer sleep problems, so there's fewer health problems too. We are more optimistic in general about life, and we can use any one of these different aspects to actually increase well-being. We do not have to use all of them. You can pick one and then try that out. So the very last thing that I would like you guys to think about is just ask yourself, what can I find in this situation that is beneficial? If you do find yourself in a situation that you don't feel is beneficial, ask yourself, what is there? How might this be helping me? And what might I be learning? When we think about it that way, we will find that there's definitely something that we can look at that would help our well-being. And that concludes this lesson for today.
Well done. Well done. Let's take a break and we will come back and have a conversation. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
All right, perfect. And in the spirit of positivity and feeling good, we are going to hear from a musician, a songwriter, singer who is in the UK. Her name is ILO, I-L-O, and she is with Licorice Dragon Records. And we are going to take a look at ILO's clip, Heroes in Disguise, which you can find over on iTunes. Here we go. Then we'll be right back with Mariska.
Picture this, a life where you can leave your pain, a life where you can start again somehow. Picture this, a vision that can change a prayer, happy heart that's always there in the now. So don't be afraid of fear, you know, as long as we're still here, we can be anything larger than life, rise up from the ground. We can fall down over 10,000 times, then turn it all right back around. We never imagine how good life can be, but inside you and me we can see past these ghosts in the mirror. We're heroes in disguise, heroes in disguise. Picture this, losing everything you got, never having had a lot, but holding on and on and on. Don't be afraid to dream, 'cause we are so much closer than it seems. We can be anything larger than life, rise up from the ground. We can fall down over 10,000 times, then turn it all right back around. We never imagine how good life can be, but inside you and me we can see past these ghosts in the mirror. We can be anything larger than life, rise up from the ground. We can fall down over 10,000 times, then turn it all right back around. We never imagine how good life can be, but inside you and me we can see past these ghosts in the mirror. Heroes in disguise, heroes in disguise, heroes in disguise. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're so happy to have you. That was ILO, I-L-O, Heroes in Disguise, and you can purchase her music over on iTunes. So you are watching A Better You, lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. And Mariska just did her presentation on mindset and well-being. First of all, I really love the slides. I love your deck and your whole approach every week. It's really inspiring and gives you something to focus on. So I'm a visual learner, so I really like that. And then I love how you walked us through the PERM process and how to align an acronym with other things in life. So question I have for you is, what made you pick this topic?
Ooh, what made me pick the topic?
Yes.
Let's see. So for me, mindset is one of the key parts that actually help us move through life. And the way that we think about things influence so much within our life. So I know that the last almost 2 years now that we've been through wasn't the easiest, right? So a lot of people came out of it really great, and some people got out of it not so very great. So it's been a little bit of a battle of sorts, and there's been internal battles and external battles and all the rest of it. So well-being for us as human beings, I think, is really important. Taking care of ourselves. The concept of putting up on our own gas mask when in an airplane, the days when we still traveled so much, and making sure that we are okay, right? So that's what well-being helps us do, is make sure we are okay so that our own cups are overflowing in order for us then to give more to the world. And the more we can each as individual give to the world, the better the world. So I thought that would be a good way of linking those two, and giving back, in a sense, to people, just to view the world a little bit differently. See that everything isn't always doom and gloom.
And that's what we're all about, making people feel better about themselves, about their lives, about their career, maybe giving them information and tools that they need to make changes to be better.
Yes.
So thank you very much.
You.
Better you, exactly. And I think this might be your 14th presentation or 15th. Have you kept track?
Oh, I'll have to actually go and have a look. I marked them off. But yes, I am well past the 10s. So
definitely. I'll be updating the leaderboard.
Going to the 20s.
Yeah, I think you're at the top of the list. So good for you. And for anyone who joined us late and missed the beginning, you can go over to our YouTube channel, which is USA Global TV. And you can watch this and all of our shows. We actually have playlists for the different shows that we have. And this will be under A Better You. All right,
yes,
Mariska,
thank you. Great resource.
Yes, it is. We're also on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. We're on Apple, Amazon, and we've got a nice little, this is so pretty. Isn't that nice? I think it's from Cindy, but I'm not sure because she didn't say her name. Anytime someone joins us from one of the private groups that I have, you have to give approval to use your name. But anyway, thank you for being there. And we have 6 shows a week. That's what I was going to say. We have 6 shows every week that our team presents, and people from the public are welcome to present also. And you just have to go over to our website, which is drjacalyn.com, and that's where you can book. We will soon be moving that over to USA Global TV, but not to confuse everyone, still go over to drjacalyn.com to book your session. Mariska, how can people get in touch with you?
Well, they can get in touch with me by emailing me. So that is Mariska at journeytodiscover.com. I will spell that for you guys. Mariska, Mariska at JOURNEY 2, the number 2, DISCOVER.com.
Very good. Thank you. And just a quick note to any of our team members who are out there and you're in our private Facebook page. We are having a training tomorrow. It will be too early for you, unfortunately, over there, Mariska. But our training is tomorrow, and the information is posted in the private group. So keep mindful of that, and we hope to see you then. I am so happy to see you and end my day with you, and I wish you a beautiful day as you start your day.
Thank you, and I am very privileged to end my day with you. And I hope that the rest of your evening is rejuvenating, seeing as you have a very full schedule tomorrow.
Yes, I do. I just was looking that over. I think I have Fridays are really full. During the summer, I'm going to be cutting back. But tomorrow we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shows tomorrow. So
yes, I see. Very full.
Yes, very full. All right. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you next week too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
What a wonderful day we had. We had 2 of our Better You shows, and then we also had the 529 Club Creatives, and we had It's All About Dating. Actually, we had to cancel that one. So guests had another challenge, a priority that came up. So anyway, if you want to see any of our shows, you can go over to our YouTube channel, which again is USA Global TV. Here it is. And you can watch our shows there. A quick plug for me. I am rebranding myself as the listening mentor, because that's what I do. I listen to people all day long. And I'm also a certified life and career coach. And I do have some openings for a couple of clients. If you are interested in working with me, the areas that I specialize really in are dealing with people who have anxiety, which really, who doesn't have anxiety, but we have to learn tools to deal with it. Also, people who have autoimmune conditions and they need someone to talk to, people who are changing their lives or changing their career and they need someone to listen and help coach them. So you can contact me via my email, Jacalyn@drjacalyn.com. That's all we have for you today. It's a wrap. We'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking our posts, and thank you for sharing. The share is so important. I don't think people realize that, but when you share a post, and I always try to share other people's posts as well, the opportunity of it being seen by other people increases exponentially. So all the social media platforms have some kind of algorithm that only so many people get to see it. But when you share and others share, just like I share other people around the world have an opportunity to see what we're doing and bring their voice here and share their journey. Thank you again. We appreciate the shares. We appreciate the loyalty. We appreciate you watching and also being guests on our show. Talk to you later. Bye.